Another great day to make fun of the Jets. What's up, Dolphins fans? Jacob here, Miami Dolphins Syndicate, and as we now know, Dereck Carr has gone on to sign with the New Orleans Saints, so that means that the New York Jets have lost out on their main man. Dereck Carr signing a $37.5 million deal with over 4 years with the New Orleans Saints, and I think that's a really good move for the New Orleans Saints, and I think it's actually pretty decent for Dereck Carr. And if you're more interested about Dereck Carr specifically, click the link in the bio down below, take you over to my other channel, where I talk more specifically about Dereck Carr and the Saints and how this affects the team and the division as a whole. So if you're interested in that, go click over there after watching this. But yeah, the New York Jets have lost out on their main man, the man they called, or they said would be a first round or first ballot Hall of Famer if they were to sign him, make them immediate Super Bowl favorites. And you guys know I like Dereck Carr. I've been more intrigued about the possibility of the Dolphins signing Dereck Carr, definitely more than Donovan has, and I'd say more than most Dolphins fans have. When you look at his numbers, when you look at what he can do, he's got a great arm, great leadership. His accuracy is very underrated. His best year accuracy-wise has been better than any year Tua has had accuracy-wise, 68% compared to 67%. I know we're splitting hairs there, but the point still stands that he's basically just as accurate with a better arm. Feel more comfortable with him in a leadership position. Give the organization a breath of fresh air, yada, yada, yada. I've made videos about it. That's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is that the New York Jets are not getting Dereck Carr, and I love it. I love it. I love it. They pursued him hard, clearly, and said all these outlandish things, and now they're going to be left quarterback shopping. And obviously, the first guy that comes to mind that they could possibly go out and sign, or not sign, but trade for, is Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers would be the one redeeming quarterback that they could go out and get, where we can't laugh, because Aaron Rodgers is definitely better than Tua, and he would definitely be the second best quarterback in the division after Josh Allen. And that would definitely make things a little uncozy, especially as we're a little hopeful to push the Bills for the division next year. If Aaron Rodgers comes to the Jets, things get a little bit uncomfortable. So that would obviously be a worst case scenario. But there's also the possibility that Sam Darnold comes back. Sam Darnold is going to be on the streets. He's going to be looking for a new team. Woo! If Sam Darnold went back to the Jets, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. I don't think it's going to happen, but come on. Can't we just hope? I will say, I was a supporter of Sam Darnold. I did think he could actually do a decent job with the Carolina Panthers. He's been meh. He's made some plays, but he's been more of Sam Darnold that we know him to be than a third overall pick should look like. But, man, if Sam Darnold goes back to the Jets, that'd be purely comical. There's also guys like Jameis Winston, Jimmy Garoppolo that are out there. Daniel Jones, if they somehow don't come to an agreement. Ryan Tannehill potentially, but I think Jameis Winston is of the bunch somebody who is most likely to hit the streets and sign for a team like the Jets. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo, now that I'm saying it out loud, actually does make a lot of sense because the connection he has with Robert Saleh, being they both were with the San Francisco 49ers at one point. So that does actually make sense. But I think Jameis Winston is somebody that very likely could end up as the New York Jets quarterback. He's going to be on the streets. He really wasn't given a fair opportunity to earn that job with the New Orleans Saints. He got hurt early on in the season, and Andy Dalton took over from him in his absence, and he was just never given the job back. And I think he is a better quarterback than Andy Dalton. But obviously with them bringing in Dereck Carr, he's going to be a starter, and he's going to be looking for another team. So Dereck Carr not choosing the New York Jets. It's great. It's always fun when we get to make fun of Dereck Carr. Or not Dereck Carr. The New York Jets. The New York Jets haven't made the playoffs since 2010. They decided to go with Joe Flacco on the last game of the season to try to keep us out of the playoffs. And while that was one of the worst football games I've ever seen, obviously we still end up making the playoffs. As it goes. But the Jets just continue to do things that are laugh-worthy, that are meme-worthy. And I think Dereck Carr made the right decision, at the very least, to not go to the Jets. Robert Saleh, a defensive-minded coach, and yes, he is going to that with the Saints, defensive-minded coach there. They have not proved they can do anything on offense except hand the ball to Breece Hall and just cross your fingers. That really was the Jets' modus of operation last year until Breece Hall went down. It was just give it to him, as many times as we want, and hopefully we win. And that was something that worked for a while. And I don't know if it's necessarily going to get any better. Now, Dereck Carr would make it a lot better, especially look at Garrett Wilson, how his rookie season ended up. I think he can be an absolute stud. Obviously, Elijah Moore. And I'm sure they'll continue to add to the team, continue to add to the offensive line, which got beat up during the season. But I don't trust Robert Saleh to run an offense, just like I didn't trust Brian Flores to run an offense. He goes down to New Orleans. He gets Alvin Kamara. We'll see what his availability looks like. He gets Michael Thomas. He gets Chris Olave. He gets a decent, second, third string receiver over there, Taysom Hill. And then the defense was a really underrated defense last year. Finished as a top 10 defense. And they're not really going anywhere. Cam Jordan, Tyrann Mathieu, Marshawn Lattimore. That pretty much all the big players on the Saints are staying put, at the very least in terms of who are currently free agents. They are going to have to do some maneuvering now. They're well over the cap with this decision to sign Dereck Carr. So that's something that's going to have to be done to figure out how they can get under the cap. But I think Dereck Carr absolutely made the right decision. He goes to a division that they can win he can win the division day one. What are the quarterbacks for any other team in the NFC South? Sam Darnold's gone from the Panthers. Tom Brady's gone from the Buccaneers. The Falcons, they just moved off Marcus Mariota. Does anybody actually think Desmond Ridder is going to be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons? He can win the division day one. He honestly might be the second best quarterback in the NFC after Jalen Hurts, and assuming Aaron Rodgers moves. Who is the next best quarterback? Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott? I like to think Dereck Carr is better than those bunch. So you go Jalen Hurts. I can't really make an argument around anybody but Dereck Carr being the second best quarterback now in that conference. He can go on and make a playoff run with this New Orleans Saints team, who is they have a steady ownership group. They never committed to a rebuild. They're just I think the better word is they're just retooling. They're trying to find a way to stay competitive while realizing they're obviously shifting eras in their organization, moving off of Drew Brees, moving off of Sean Payton, bringing new guys in those aspects, and Dereck Carr is now that guy to move on from after Drew Brees. But the New York Jets are still going to be quarterback shopping. They still are stuck with Zach Wilson as of now. They will not be getting Dereck Carr. Maybe it's Rodgers. Maybe it's Sam. Maybe it's Sam. Hopefully it's Sam Darnold. Man, can you guys imagine? Maybe it's Sam Darnold, maybe it's Jameis Winston, maybe it's Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe it's Ryan Tannehill, maybe it's a host of guys. But the best available quarterback on the market is now, or best quarterback free agent on the market is now, remember, the New Orleans Saints, and they're going to be shopping. The New York Jets are going to continue to be shopping. Again, if you want to see more of a Dereck Carr breakdown, go click the link down in the bio for what I did over on my other channel, JK Productions. Make sure to subscribe, over there as well. But you're new here at Miami Dolphins Syndicate, make sure to subscribe. We're going to be making Dolphins content, make pretty much 6 days a week over here. So thank you all very much for watching. Laugh at the Jets in the comments. Have a great rest of your day. Subscribe. Take care, everybody.